Okay guys, just a quick update. I got both speakers now glued and assembled and upright. And the second one went together just even better than the first. Probably shaved 15 minutes off my total time. There's just no replacement for experience. So knowing the glue amount, the pressure on the clamps, just maneuvering the second time around, you'll probably, if you're a novice like me, gain the same learning curve. I will say some things that I might not have pointed out in the previous video is that the dry fit was so good with these speakers. And, oh, hey, Amy, she's staring at me. The dry fit was so good that you could probably have glued these just with the dry fit alone. Now, you wouldn't want to, but the pressure I had to put on the clamps was very minimal. And I just let the piece talk to me, and, you know, however it settled and had the minimal amount of gaps, that's how I let it go and clamped it. And it really came out just fine without forcing or having to use a mallet or anything. The only piece I had to kind of sand extensively to fit was this top one. But remember, I got these braces separate from the baffles because these came separate from the shipping damage replacements. So it was amazing how well these things fit. And it would only take one of these being off to create pressure one way or the other, and kind of throw off the dry fit. But these all fit perfectly, like I said. Now you are going to have some sanding depending on your standards. I mean, this is the back, so I am sanding because I have some extra time, and putting wood filler in any of these grooves here and sanding such that, you know, then I can just put some extra Duratex coatings on. But again, this is the back, and depending on your standards, you could get away with not doing that at all. Remember, the no-res and the drivers are going to be mostly what you see internally, so you can, you know, gauge accordingly what you want to do. Anything inside, if any glue may have seeped over, it's really not going to be an issue. So I am just touching up these more visible areas as somebody looks around. And then I'm also going to do some extra coats on the seams here. They're looking pretty good, but I'm going to do a few more coats. And the more I look at this, the more happy I am with going with the entire Duratex finish. It kind of gives me that stone obelisk look that I wanted to go for, and then the black and white is, you know, consistent with what I'm doing with my amps and the other black and white viewing from my listening chair. So, but you can get as creative as you want. I know Danny does a automotive finish on the front and Duratex on the side, which looked really cool. And actually, the more I look at this side panel and how big and massive it is, you could treat this almost like a hood of a car, and it's got angles, you know, it's got a sloping angle and rounded. You could do scallops, you could do all kinds of creative things to whatever your tastes are. I even thought about putting a black stripe down the middle, kind of breaking it up a little bit, but I'm going to see how it looks first. I think I like this stone obelisk look for my taste, but like I said, you've got a lot of creativity to kind of dress this up however you want. So let me go ahead and pause here. Maybe I'll show you some touch-up work I do after I do that, show you that. But the next major update will be the drivers, crossover and wiring, which, fingers crossed, should be in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, guys, just a quick update after doing some touch-up. Probably added another couple of coats at the various seams. This last coat is still wet, so it should dry pretty good. And the seams are looking really nice now. Don't really have any major issues. Obviously, if I wanted to fill them and sand it and spend a ton of time, I could get it even better. But it's looking pretty good. And on the back, I touched up all the sanded areas, so it looks very clean from behind. And then I got some light on this side too. Everything looks really pretty nice. The seams are almost indistinguishable. So I'm probably going to stop here, although I have a little more Duratex left. I could probably do a little bit more, but the depending on how long I got to wait for these drivers, I might play with it some more. So just wanted to give you that update. I think the next major update though will entail, okay, when I get the drivers and the wiring and the crossover. So for now, signing off, and I'll see you back here soon.